Hello and welcome to all you Aquarians out there. This is your monthly horoscope for August of 2022. And I really like the energy of Mars entering into Gemini, particularly for you. Why? Because this is all about Mars, by the way. Mars is doing so much. Yes, the first couple of days you will still feel this Mars with Uranus, with the North Node. And for you, I was talking about that in the July horoscopes in the 4th house of your core. So there is some freeing up there. Hopefully you've been able to do that on an emotional level. Or for some of you, there is moves going on and improving your situation when it comes to your home. But Mars is going to be in Gemini for a ridiculously long time. And Gemini is a fellow air sign. So for you in particular, this is way more easier than for other signs. And it's quite fluent for the sign of Aquarians. So Mars, as it normally stays like for 4 to 6 weeks in a sign, it's now going to stay there for 8 months in your fellow 5th house of Aquarius. The 5th house of Gemini, which is amazing. I really like this for you because the 5th house, and that starts, by the way, as from the 21st of August, Mars enters your 5th house of Gemini. It's going to stay there up until the end of March of 2023. Yes, it's going backwards and forwards. That is called a retrograde. It's going retrograde at the end of October. It goes direct again around the midst of January. What does it mean? It means that all of us have extra time to get an upgrade on a certain level area of our lives. We can launch something new for sure, whilst we work hard on it. And if we are, and that's the tricky thing that people don't like about retrogrades, if you're willing to reassess, particularly the timing of the retrograde, which will be the end of October up until the midst of January. Now for you, this going backwards and forwards is rather in a pleasant, easy way. And it's also in the heart chakra house, which is all about the area of your life about children, about romance, and about, you could say, starting a new project. Like starting your own business. I've seen it a lot happening when Mars was retrograde in the 5th house of people, because the 5th house is your own creations. So if you are thinking of creating something, a baby, a project, a business, this is wonderful energy for you. Again, if you are willing to go backwards and forwards and being, adjusting yourself, being mutable, because this is what mutable signs are all about, this Gemini energy. So for a lot of you, this is romance. This is a new romance coming in. Yes, I know the retrogrades, people say it's someone old coming back into my life and I don't want it and blah, blah, blah. Yes, it could mean also someone that you already knew, but that you are seeing in a different light. It could be that as well. And if you don't want it, you are the captain of your ship, right? These are things that are in your control. If someone is standing in front of your door, you can just not open the door, as a matter of speaking. But so you're the captain of your ship here, I want to say. But Mars in the 5th house is lively. It's very, you could say, to enjoy yourself in a better way. It's the 5th house is also the house of hobbies, not only projects, but also hobbies, the things that you love to do, whether it is going to restaurants, going to the theater, or playing a play in the theater yourself. It's expressing that heart chakra of yours. Absolutely. I'm very excited for the Aquarians because they had a rough time, with this Uranus square Uranus square and Saturn opposition, the new and the old and going backwards and forwards. And that is very frustrating energy. But now this is like 8 months. 8 months. It's also the house of sexuality. So you could be really getting very excited here and doing lots of that. And But as I said, also doing lots of fun. That is Gemini related. So if you are dating or you're single, you could meet someone new, and that has those traits of Mars Gemini. So a very interesting combination, because Mars is very feisty, very male energy. Even if you are a male and you would be attracting a woman, she would be very fierce, but also very witty and smart, and having good conversations and doing lots of things together. In an existing relationship, love relationship, or in your relationship with children, it could also mean that there is a little bit more of a going backwards and forwards, and a bit more liveliness. If you don't want it to be quarrels and disputes and whatnot and discussions, fight it out with you could say, or not fighting out, live it out with doing stuff together. Like with children, you could be more active around your children, or they could be more active and you are trying to support them. But again, whatever it is, it trines your energy. So I'm definitely not worried for your sign that it would be more quarrels and so on. That is a little bit more for the Sagittarians when they have it in another relationship house of the 7th house as an opposition. But for you, it's all in all a very interesting energy. And if that isn't enough, you have a full moon as well on the 12th, and that is at 19 degrees of Aquarius. So a lot of the spotlight is on you versus your heart, you could say your heart-to-heart connections, the connection with your child, the connection with a loved one. And yes, there is the way that you do romance can also shift tremendously. So how you used to do it versus you're gonna do it in a totally new way, whatever it is. Maybe you always done the internet, dating, and now you're not gonna do that anymore when Mars goes retrograde at the end of October, or the other way around. It doesn't matter. It's applicable for your specific situation. So have fun with that. Have fun with it. Venus in your 7th house as from the 12th of August. If it can't get any worse there. Definitely relationships, you want more connection. And you are willing to to enjoy them. And so are other people. With Venus in the 7th house, you attract quite enjoyable people, charming people, beautiful people. Venus in Leo for sure. So wow, for those of you who are single, could be really, really an interesting time. For those of you who are not single as well, it's rekindling for sure the relationship instead of, fighting all the time. It's up to you. Anyway, having said that, have a very good time. Thank you for watching and see you next time. Bye-bye.